Great.
Perfect. So welcome everyone. We have few days until we will finalize the hackathon, and we are seeing all the amazing job and work that all of you are doing. We have amazing projects. We have over 90 groups that participate in the hackathon, and all of you, we are seeing the activity that you have on the WhatsApp groups, on the Teams groups, all the questions and assistance that you need from the mentors, and we really appreciate everything that you are doing, and we can't wait to see the results. So today we are here to talk about the judging process, and let's start by discussing the timeline. So Idan, if you please can share the second slide. Okay, so on Monday, which is the April 6th on 12 p.m., yes, it's noon, that's going to be the last call to submit Teams demo and application for the judges. We will soon review the form, but keep in mind that on Monday by noon, you will need to submit the form that will include a presentation and a video, a pitch. Thank you. Okay, I see that, yeah, there is a typo. We can ignore that second line. Yes, so on April 7th, which is Tuesday, in the morning on 10 a.m., we will announce on the 10 teams that are selected to be at the finals. Those 10 teams will be judged. The judges will get your presentations and videos, and will select between like be able to write down their questions. And on April 7th, on Tuesday, between 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., the judges we will have a slot for judges questions and answers. And on that time, that means that the judges will be able to reach out to you by phone or email, and you will need to be available to answer their questions. This is an optional for the judges. So it means that you will need to be available, because for sure some of them will want to ask you additional questions. And we also have some judges from VCs or investment offices, and they would like to explore a little bit more. Also, we have judges from medical and from the Israel Medical Authority and Innovation Authority. So they would like to know if they will be able to continue with to help you to execute your ideation or your real and actual project. And lastly, on April 7th at 6 p.m., we will announce on the final, we will announce on the winners. So those are the timeline. Just to quickly repeat on that, by Monday noon at 12 p.m., you will need to submit your application. And on Tuesday, 10 a.m., we will announce on the 10 selected runner-ups. On Tuesday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., we will have a judges Q&A. And on Tuesday, 6 p.m., we will have the winners. Yay. Okay. So let's move on to the next slide. Also, feel free to write some questions on the meeting chat, and we will answer those when we go along. So now the question is like, what should you submit? Okay, and how to submit it. So, okay, I will share the screen. So for that, you will have this form that you will have just a reminder of the timeline. We will share that form on the general channel, on the team leader WhatsApp group, on the Facebook. Don't worry, you will see it everywhere. And we will touch it in a few minutes, but we also put here the criteria so you would know what to focus on on your presentation. So in that form, you will need to fill the team name, the group name, shortly, just like to have a brief on the idea, to provide a description of the idea. So the judges will be able to understand what it is even before they open your presentation. And like those are the two main points. You will need to provide 5 minutes pitch video. It can be you just showing off your um, maybe just like screen video screening of your presentation, or it can be you and the team talking about your project. You can just you can present, just record a video where all of the team members are on Teams, and each one of you will select one slide to present. It's up to you how to do the video pitch. We can provide some links to useful recommendation on how to do a pitch video. But remember, it's supposed to be 5 minutes that show what you've done. Like what is the let's see the presentation, and then you will understand. So the presentation, it's we provided here. Um, um, we didn't, and we'll add it to the form. But we have some recommendation of judging presentation template. Okay, this one, where you can use this template, but you can make your own. You just feel free to do whatever you want. So, but the presentation should include the following slides: project name and short description, the team member. You can write here the role that you've done on the project, or you can choose to write down the title and company of your previous occupation and workplace. The problem. Uh, what is it that you are trying to solve? But remember, just keep it simple. 2 to 3 sentences, even one sentence is enough. Then describe the solution, what you are suggesting, what is it that you are doing that will solve the problem that you presented previously. And here you can add illustration, mock-up, video. Also, I would suggest you to add some slides that describe how you are planning, what you achieve right now, what are the challenges that you faced, and maybe show some timeline on what you are planning to do after, in case that you are planning to do, what you will do after the hackathon, how you are planning to continue the project. Okay, so the video can describe like all those elements, and you can choose how to do it. We didn't wanted to provide you some guideline for the video because we saw all of the challenges, like the the daily challenges, and like saw how creative you all are. So we imagine that the video that you will provide to the judges will be creative as well. So we didn't want it to give you some strict guidelines for that. And now I will go back to the judging criteria. So the first one, I mean, the judges we have, each judge will get a form where you will need to score all the 10 teams. And the scores will be between 1 to 5, and each judge will get, they have like 6 parameters to judge upon. So the first one is unmet market need. That means how much your idea or your project will help the market, and how much the market needs it. Project readiness, you know what, let's even see the judging form. Okay, so we won't see it. Okay, project readiness to field implementation and readiness for production. Teams that will be able to provide a project that is actually kind of ready, so and people can use it. So they will get a higher score for that parameter. IP position and viability. Let's say that you have the most magnificent idea, but it's not viable to reach out to the market, or it has like a huge problem with IP. So that also might affect the score. Out of the box concept, I think it's quite like obvious how much your idea is creative, innovative. Um, yes. Commercialization potential. How far are you to take this project and make it into like something that you can take to the market? We added this criteria because we also have some VCs and like VCs that will be able to take your ideas and to help you to take it to the next step. So we added this criteria as well. And of course, venture impact on society. Like all of us as amazing, all of you as amazing project that have great impact on society. So I guess this one gonna be 5 for everyone. Yes. So let's see if there are any questions so far.
So Adi, there were some questions, and I think that you just answered the first one. Not all of it though. So can you explain please how does the group move to the final stage, and what is the judging process for the final stage, and how is it different from the first stage? So
Yes,
I
so
did just
we
yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So we have two kinds, like two level of judging process. The first one is not visible to you. It's like the judges will get the same. I mean, it's using the same approach of those forms. The first judges will get your forms, and we will just limit the 90 teams to have just 10, and then the like we have a lot of judges, and then we'll just split them to two groups. The first one will do the first screening from 90 to 10, and then the second group of judges will do the same thing. They will choose the winners from the 10th group. I hope that answered the question, and if not, just Timur, please write down the question again.
Can you
And
repeat? Okay, so
yes, so Daniel asked, do we have to use the template or we can create our own presentation? So definitely you can create your own presentation, but just remember the important things that you need to present, which are what are the challenges or problem? I mean, what is the problem? What is the solution? And I would also recommend the team, of course, and I would also recommend to say like the next steps and to answer the question of what is the stage of the project. Is it ideation? Is it something that is ready to use? Also, if it's ready to use, you can add the video to the presentation as well, like a short screening of the project, or um, like screenshots and etc. Can you repeat what is IP viability, please? Yes, I do, and I will share it. Just a second.
Can we receive the criteria in writing? Is it all right?
yeah, we will
Yes.
send it back to you after the Q&A.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see it, so I guess they can see it
Okay.
as well.
So IP means that the potential of technology presented to the undergo successful global regulatory approval. High scores will be given to technologies displaying well-structured regulatory strategies. That basically means that like just to make sure that you're not doing any IP violation, or Let's say that you developed an amazing product for the medicals team, in case it's not like software solution. So how like is it how easy is it for you to get an approval for the for your solution? And so basically it's also making sure that the IP of the idea is yours and you didn't like steal it from like, I mean, there are a lot of teams that are doing the same project with not a lot, but there are teams that are doing the same solution, and that's completely fine, because if you came up with this idea by yourself, so it's fine. But if you took some code from, the judges will not be able to know it for sure, but it's making sure that the IP is fine. Okay. And also I will provide like a better explanation on the IP viability. Jonathan is asking, hi, can you explain the difference again between the second and the fifth judges criteria? Okay. And the second was project readiness to field implementation production. So the difference is, let's say that you have a project. I will just share my screen. Okay, so the second one criteria was project readiness, and the fifth one was commercialization potential. So let's say that you completed a project that, let me think of something funny. I don't know, let's say chatbot that just say, everything gonna be fine, everything gonna be okay, like that will cheer you up all the time. But the question is, like, this, it might be work and it might be ready, but it's when they score this parameter, the judges will think, is there any potential of taking this project and make it into something that you can sell? And yes, so that's not.
Okay, thanks. Now when I read it again, I understand it. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay.
You want me to read the questions for you, so you don't have to jump between the different screens?
No, it's okay. Okay, go ahead. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay, so do we have to upload the into YouTube? Yes, you have to upload it to YouTube. That's the easiest way to share with us the videos. What is there a maximum number of slides for our page presentation?
Just make it, remember that the judges will have a lot of presentation. I would say just limit it to up to 15 slides, not more than that. Even 15 slides, it's more than enough. Usually when you go to a VC, you will present up to 10 slides. So let's keep it as 15, the maximum. Is there a time limit? So the video would be 5-minute pitch. And yes, so there is 5-minute speech for a video.
Someone asked if the second stage processes are the same as the first stage. Yes, it's the same thing, just the first one is just used for screening. So so we'll have 10 finals and not 90 finals.
Yes, that means that like when the judges will do the Q&A, so they will just talk with 10. That's why we divided the judges into 2 groups.
Could you please questions also the team leader WhatsApp, because some people don't have access to sending messages in the chat.
Oh, cool. Yes. Do you have an access, Idan?
Sorry, I couldn't hear what she said.
I think that I've heard that some of the people doesn't have access to write on the meeting chat, and there are also some additional questions on the team leads.
Okay.
WhatsApp.
If you jump to the so I'm not in the team lead WhatsApp, but if you jump to the to one of the, let's go to the general channel, and I just posted like 20 minutes ago. I posted that we're waiting for you. So if you reply there with your questions, I will take questions from them from there as well. Okay.
And or maybe one of you can just read the questions as well. It's also a solution.
What app for slides we should use? PowerPoint, Google presentation, website, whatever you want, as long as you can send it back to us. Just to make sure, we need to send you both both the 5 minutes and also a presentation. The pitch is also combined with the presentation, or we can make them separated. So you can make them separated, you can make them combined together. It doesn't actually matter, as long as you can showcase your idea in the pitch and make it like and answer the judging criterias. We're fine with that. Remember, that's kind of a little different than a usual hackathon, and you need to record yourself. So be creative and think about how you can, from one side, you can like pitch the idea in a really good way, but in the other hand, maybe share the presentation alongside your video, or find a way to make it interesting. And the video, how can it be however we want, animation, just record of the team speaking. Yes, it can be whatever you want. I just said, eventually this is what mostly take the judges attention. So if you make it really good one, I believe that it will affect their attention. So try to be creative. It's actually, if you think about it, it's exactly as going on stage and presenting the idea on a physical stage. You know, when you do that, someone can come over on the stage and start talking like really slow, not very motivated. That affects the judges. So the more creative you'll be, the more chances you'll have to win. Can you choose?
Just a second, but just keep in mind to convey your messaging, to make sure that the judges will understand what is the problem, what is the solution, and what you've done, and try to combine it with creativity somehow.
Okay, let's jump to the Teams channel. We got some questions here. Do you have a demo presentation or video or from previous years? Oh, actually, this is the first time we're doing that kind of hackathon, and we kind of arranged it in just 1 week. So we don't have examples from previous years.
But of what? Of pitches?
Sorry?
The question was to provide some example of pitches?
Yes. Video and presentations. So that we will send you, or we already did send you a demo presentation, a template, a video. I'm afraid we don't have something at the moment. Maybe we can make something out of it.
Yes, but also like you can just like Google it or on YouTube. There are so many startup competitions that like, or like even in hackathons where people just recorded the pitch. So it's just Google it or YouTube it, and you will find many resources. And regarding some example on how to create a template, a presentation pitch, or presentation, I will also send some materials on Teams.
Okay, we've got another question here in the channel. Where can we find the judging criteria? So as we said before, we will send it back to you. We already talked about it in this video. It's also recorded. You can see, you can jump to the recording after the Q&A, but we will share it to you in the channel. Let's move back to the questions here in the chat. The video, however, yes. Can you please share? Please send those questions here because we don't have the team lead. Yeah, so they don't send it on the team lead WhatsApp. They send it actually in the general channel under my message about that we're waiting for you to join the demo, the demo Q&A. Can you send us some example of the pitch?
In case you don't have idea on how to do a pitch, so it's perfectly fine that maybe the team lead or the whole group you can just record the screen when some of you will just present some of the slides page. That's perfectly fine, and it's like do the job perfectly.
Actually, I've got I've got if you're kind of struggling to record a session, you can try to use maybe Teams or whatever software you want that does VC, and you can basically record you presenting the slides, so you can be alongside to the slides. So that's kind of an easy way to do that if you don't have the video making skills.
You can also do it from a PowerPoint, and we will provide a guide on how to record you presenting on PowerPoint. And also another option can be Loom, LOOM.com is then also video. It's a screening recording, so you can use that as well. And there are many available resources and platforms on the internet, like playplay.com, which is the cool platform that Benjamin is doing his videos, like the video explanation on how to fill the judging form that we have sent this morning.
We've got another question here in the general chat. Could you elaborate on the judges, please? Will there be sponsor opportunities? So let me just share my screen in a moment. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So these are our judges. As you can see, there are really executive judges. So if we jump between them, so we have David Gal, is COO and CMO for Microsoft. We have Raz Bahar, that's managing director for Microsoft on Microsoft for Startups. We have Tomer Simon, which is the National Technology Officer for Microsoft Israel. We have Yael Ophir, she's executive director in Health Hayel. We have Sagid Duadi, how do you say it?
It's Dudai.
Dudai? Okay.
Dudai, actually.
Dudai, okay. So he's the CTO for Vonage that sponsored the first prize. We have Edith Gazit-Berger. She's a technical director in Microsoft Middle East and Africa. We have Vidan Friedman. He's a partner in a patent attorney, Pearl Cohen. We have Liron Friend. She's a director, developer relation at NVIDIA Israel. We have Nir Rubinstein. He's a chief architect in AppsFlyer. AppsFlyer also fund the second prize. We have Aviv Noy, the CTO in Rivery. Rivery fund it's kind of the fourth prize. It's your favorite project, actually. We have Tzvi Yemini, is a known entrepreneur, is a member of the board of Paris Center of Peace for Peace and Innovation. We have Neil Dagan, is the managing partner in Sky Private Equity Fund, and is also a vice chairman of the 8200 unit, alumni organization. We have Lital Kipperman-Vakni. She's the head of innovation for Paris Center and Pits of Innovation. So these are the judges. We worked really hard to have them on board with us, and they're really good people that have a lot of thoughts, and they have a lot of experience. So this is really just amazing to have them with us. So about the sponsor opportunities. Um, so do you mean that you're looking for someone to sponsor your idea, or you want to join and sponsor the hackathon? I don't really understand.
Okay, so we have some questions.
So I guess well, as you can see, there is some of the judges are taking managing partners in funds, private equities. So it's kind of up to you basically. If you make a good impressions on these judges, and they will think that this is something that worth to put money on this, I guess you will be able to do that, but it's kind of up to you.
And also, it's not a startup competition, but we would like to also showcase your ideas, and if you would like, and to expose it. So since we are partnering with some ecosystem members that can take it to the next step. So yes, they might have, but it's not the purpose of the hackathon, but we would like to see it grow, your ideas growth into something bigger, obviously.
Okay,
Daniel is asking if the
Okay.
demo has to be in English. So yes, but if a specific team has a problem with that, just let us know and let's discuss on it. And the reason that we would like it to be in English, because currently there are participants from 24 countries worldwide, which is magnificent. And they would like to see as well what you have been working on. So it would be nice to have it in English, and we will take your pitches and put it on a specific YouTube channel and playlist. So everyone would be able to see what you've been accomplished in a short amount of time.
How do we, as a team, going on judge?
That is a great question, Yael, and we will advise on it soon. She's asking for the fourth prize, I guess.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. I guess we will do some kind of poll.
Good morning, Dror Tal and Ilya, who joined recently. Let us know if you have any questions. Okay, that was quick. Should the display in the demo be in English or only after the judges? So yes, it's probably better to be on English, as we just said. If there is any problem with that, let us know and we will discuss it together. But it's better to be in English. Yael, can we see all the 100 projects on YouTube or only after the judges? Since all of the 90 project will send us their YouTube video. So we would put it under the YouTube channel. If there is any team that wouldn't like us to upload it and to put it as a one playlist, so please let us know. Ido, is there any live presentation or only video? So there is only the video and the presentation, where we will bring the 10 teams that are runner up will have a time slot where they will be able to discuss with the judges, and we will not do a live presentation. We thought it will be easier for all of the teams to prepare their video and not do it on live. It's more stressful. It's like it's gonna be nicer for you as teams, and also I guess it can be a little bit tiring for the judges to see 90 projects, and for you as well to see one after the other. So we decided to do it as video and presentation, and to have the slot for the judges and the teams to discuss.
But we will show the 5 finals teams
Yes.
video in the final event.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's gonna be live.
Yeah, it's not semi-live because it's gonna be a recording that we will
yes.
No
problem, yeah. And Roro is asking, how can we contact you about it? So you can contact us on Teams. You can contact us on Facebook. The organizers' names you can find it on the website, and feel free. You can also just what kind of short hashtag they can use on Teams.
I think organizers or administration.
So you can tag us also on Teams that you need us, and just approach us. Yeah.
Live or Facebook and Teams.
Both. No.
If you find a way to do both, we will do both.
Okay. So we will discuss on it and we'll let you know. Just curious, why is there any preferences? Yeah. Teams. Okay.
Oh, Teams is slow. That's what she said. Okay, we'll see. We'll talk about it and we'll let you know. We promise you we won't leave you without any way to see the live.
Any other question on the on the general channel?
In the general channel, we don't have any more questions. Okay, guys. No questions? That's it? Everything is clear? Don't be shy. You can see from that distance.
Just a little question. Can I use, my name is Yossi, can I use other presentation app like Mac, Keynote, instead of Microsoft, which I'm having great trouble with?
Yeah, use whatever you want. We really don't care. I use Mac, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Alrighty.
Perfect. So I think that
just one point before continuing. Just make Yosef, just make sure you don't send it as in the Mac format, so the judges can see it. So if you can export it into PDF or into PowerPoint, but if you export it into PowerPoint, it will kind of mix the visual. So maybe you should export it into PDF.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope that exporting it to PowerPoint will preserve my slightly nice animations.
It won't actually. That's the problem. So if you're gonna do animations, I think what
Just
you can
record it and
just
incorporate it in the video, in the pitch video.
exactly. And then send a PDF or something in addition.
Do the presentation need to contain all the information or just titles like in a real presentation? What do you mean by all the information for the video pitch?
So actually, so think about it that if you're a judge,
I think
what I ask is in the subscription, I see that we need to submit the presentation. So, like, do the judges going through the presentations and read them, or they just look at the videos we take of ourselves presenting?
So I would suggest that the presentation would include like the main titles and main images. Like on you can have some you would be able to add additional slides, but the judges will watch the video and then they will open the presentation as well. So make the presentation as like concise, accurate, understandable, and then add some more information on the presentation, but still like don't over put information on each slide because they will not read every if they will get a lot of slides with a lot of text, they will not sit and read it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure. I see that Much Tahabit is saying that he's looking for a team. So currently we formed the teams already teamed up, and we formed the teams. So you would be able to you can connect with the not the mentors, the ambassadors, and discuss with them if there are any team that is looking for a specific participant to help them with. And when you are tagging the ambassador, tell them what is your capabilities. Yeah, El. Can we share our screen buildings and code lines, or do we show only the final app? Just show, like, you can have like a brief of one like 5 seconds just to show that you wrote some code, and but the judges would like to see the final app.
And actually, if I may add here, so I prefer to have to don't have the code lines, because we asked you to use our GitHub organization. So, and that's kind of and remember these judges are basically not all of them know how to code, and that's actually don't really matter to them. How does the code look like? They only care about the final app, and so don't waste the judge's time with unnecessary lines. But you can also attach your GitHub repository into the presentation, or maybe I think we should edit. We should add the Git a link to GitHub in the demo form.
Okay, we will edit, and also I will correct myself. Yeah, don't share the code of lines as part of the video pitch and the slides, because yes, they will assume that you wrote some code lines.
But please share the GitHub repository. That's most important because after, so we kind of, and we said that before, we're expecting your solutions to be as much as possible production ready. So if you didn't, that's a problem. So that's a really good proof if you have the GitHub repo to attach into the presentation or into the form. We'll edit into the form actually. So I guess we answered a couple of questions here for Yael and for Jonathan as well. Oh, we've got some questions in the chat, in the channel. More on that. If we'll have all of our screens ready, but not all are implemented in the code, should we show the flow in Adobe or show what we have in our running project? So we don't want you to trick the judges. Be honest, and if you don't have the code ready and you didn't write any code at all or just made mockups, mention it and mention, it's not a bad thing actually. Just be honest and mention what requires in order to make this project into reality. So the judges will take it into consideration when they choose the project. They say, okay, this is a project that is feasible, that can fulfill the requirements in 1 month, and then we'll have a solution. But if this is something that is not feasible, remember, we're talking about the Corona day-to-day. And the idea of this hackathon is actually to solve and make people's day-to-day easier. So if it will take a year to develop your application, we didn't do anything here. So try to be connected to the reality and be really honest, because we really want to do a really good thing here and to make people's lives easier in this time.
But also, if you already created some screens design and you are estimating this effort to be 1 month, so yes, or I would incorporate it into the slides and put some like the screenshot of those screens and explain what you are trying to achieve. But just in 2-3 slides, not more than that. And I would definitely would add it as well.
Yeah, actually, I would recommend to add another slide, the what next slide. So what's going on after the hackathon? How do you make this project into reality? What is the product market fit? How do you how many, sometimes even the team explain what are the contributions of each of your team members, and how together as a team you can fulfill the idea and make it into reality.
At the end, and Idan, I have one final question with 2 parts. And the first one is doing a pitch, doing a video is a very technical thing. I know about photography, so there are a lot of things involved. So is there an expert who can help us with it? And the second is, will there be a 1 or 2 days extension? Because I do think that making a pitch is not simple.
So because we have Passover, that we will have it on Wednesday, we cannot have some extension of the day to prepare it. However, we do have a lot of business mentors that each one of you can ask for their mentorship, and they would be happy to supervise and help you with the creating the slides and the pitches.
Okay, I'll look for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we still have a lot of people here. That's it. Everything is clear.
Crystal.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So we wish you very productive, healthy, great weekend. Keep push to the maximum. We have just the last few days left, and we are really excited to see what you will accomplish and to see your results. So good job, everyone.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
I love this part when everyone is saying thank you. Bye.
You can also send a message, a private message. Send it to Adi if she likes it.
No, yes, I love it when it comes from with different
Voices.
yes.
It can be in different languages.
Thank you. You were
Thank you,
amazing.
Exactly.
Merci beaucoup. Gracias.
You're treating us.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh, that was interesting. What was it?
What was this one? Yeah,
Japanese.
Shalom.
Hey.
Lee.
свидания.
Oh.
Okay.
Come on, guys! You don't have to go to develop your application. I don't understand why are we staying here? You have a few days to fulfill it, to finish developing. You should be running now.
It's like a watch party.
You're not put us on hold. That's not nice.
Almost.
After after 10 minutes, you can see who was here and who was because they kind of left in the session and like, oh, they finished. Oops, I didn't get down.
And we have the winners, Dafna Doron, Alexandra Rehan, Sheked Zaltar. Yes. So,
That's-
okay. I think it's the... Oh, someone is leaving.
Let's see if someone is joining.
Who
If
would be the
someone-
winner?
If someone woke up late.
Yay.
Now, when we have this little forum, we can tell you that you are the winners.
I took a screenshot.
These are winners. Daphne left us. No,
Bye bye,
Daphne.
Dafna. Okay, that's it. I will hang up.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.